You spoke about as bad manners, eh?
Yes.
You know, first of all, I just said if FIFA have released a statement on Muhoroni, you ask yourself, what we are the gala wamefikiwa?
Hata I'm sure even when they're pronouncing it, iliwakula kichwa kidogo.
Where?
But you see, Wakabi,
Eh?
bottom line, me, I'm like, okay, fine. They're very keen about ensuring that there's integrity in sport. Because, Wakabi, you have to show that the global body has put a magnifying lens on you.
But also, Bernard, what is this? Yani, Muhoroni walifanya. By the time makosa yenyu inafika huko.
Yep.
Eh? By the time makosa yenyu inafika FIFA.
Bottom line, we yet to know exactly what they've done.
By the time makosa inafika FIFA. Sio hapa, FIFA.
That is very telling.
By the time makosa yenyu inafika FIFA, iko in every outlet in the world. By the time FIFA ndio ina deal na makosa yenyu, because FIFA do FIFA are worried about what's happening in the nationwide.
The second division league. Even the top league, they'll be because it's the top flight.
They came and they were like, we are relegating you to the third tier. 1, 2, match manipulation. They found Muhoroni Youth guilty of activities related to the manipulation of football matches and competitions. So the team has been dropped from National Super League to the Football Kenya Federation Div 1 League.
So now, Okabi, there's somebody who had on social media, who a gentleman who was very keen to understand, okay, ndio umesema hii match manipulation, nini? He was on our case and I was telling him, okay, fine, FIFA has just released a statement. FKF has just released a statement saying
we support what FIFA has done.
Of course, no one knows the finer details of what has transpired. Of course, he put me to task and I agreed. I went and looked at other releases that have been done by the other regional bodies. More specifically, which hits closer home, is CAF.
Yes.
CAF is usually very specific. They say, mulifanya hivi na hivi. But in this case, for match manipulation, just for people to understand what match manipulation is, Wakabi.
Yes.
We're going back to school.
Yep.
According to FIFA, this is any agreement or conspiracy theory, whether orally, that is very interesting, or writing between a match fixer and one or more persons aimed at unlawfully influencing or altering the result of a match or competition. Second, the deliberate loss of a match or a phase of a match, e.g. conceding goals, receiving yellow or red cards, conceding penalties on purpose, deliberately performing badly during a match, e.g. poor defending or attacking. I'm trying to understand how you're able to determine that. The deliberate misapplication of the laws of the game by the referee and or the match officials, e.g. wrongfully awarding red or yellow card penalties, etc. So obviously that doesn't apply in this case because they said it is a team itself. If there was an arbitrator who was involved as well, that person would have been sanctioned as well. Interfering with the action on the pitch. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't know this. E.g. cutting the power supply to a football stadium. That is considered match manipulation.
Yes.
Deliberately neglecting to take action on the pitch even though it will have been required under the laws of the game, e.g. not awarding a red or yellow card or penalties. Based on how we think, you can get an idea of exactly some of the things that were done by Muhoroni Youth that raised the red flag from FIFA. Because that is their definition of match manipulation. And this is what they use, Wakabi, to make their decisions.
I get that, Bernard, but again, I go back to the question. They must have done, for FIFA to Zurich, mpaka huko kwa miwa. Where?
Yao ilikuwa ndo iwe funzo.
Because FIFA said what? They said what? They made the decision after an investigation into match fixing activities by the two teams. Remember, it's Muhoroni on one side and a team from Vietnam called Phu Tho.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't mean other things in other languages.
I hope so.
Yes.
So, but they did not explain. They just said, we have found you guilty of activities related to the manipulation of football matches and competitions, and the club has been consequently expelled from FKF Super League and ordered the relegation of the senior team to Div 1. Same thing to the Vietnamese club is going to the third division. You know, we were here a few years ago. Sizu,
yes. Na wakaambiwa kwa heri. And they went na wakatokomea kabisa.
Hey, bwana.
Interesting thing now, Wakabi, about Muhoroni Youth. Either way, despite these intrigues, they were in the relegation zone.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That's food. Inaitwanga food for thought.
Food for thought. Ama in addition to. Where?
They are already in the relegation zone. So makes you wonder.
This is complicated. We just can't play football in this country. We just can't play football. We just can't just play like this. If it's not refs, it's players. If it's not players, it's clubs reporting players. If it's not players, it's players being alleged, being recorded. If it's not that, it's FIFA. Yani, ikitu inatuzunguka tu hivi Bernard hivi.
We have started being, you see the bottom line, the fact when you're seeing FIFA, the global body now starting to mention Kenya. Tumeanza kuwa na ile homa ya AIU.
Hiyo.
Hey. Ile wanakaa wanaamka wanaangalia haya athlete X on Friday.
Yeah.
And interestingly, FIFA released it when?
Hiyo kwa Friday ndio ruminate. Ruminate over it over the weekend.
Weekend ukae ukifikiria.
Monday uamke kama uko fine. Anyway, so that's Muhoroni, like Bernard says, relegated because after being found guilty of match manipulation. I like the way the words used. Match manipulation. It just sounds very regal.
But as I said, Okabi, they're already in relegation. So it's like washing your car and it's raining.
No, Bernard. No.
No, I get. I'm just being...
Man, FIFA have... Are you wondering why FIFA had an interest in a team that is 18th? Huh? Like, you know how the way there are reports, you know those postcards we were shown. So, this must have happened for a while. Like, it just... Hey, bwana. Mpira yetu hatuwezi cheza tu mpira tu yani ile tu mpira tu vizuri tu Nyayo na Kasarani na tuendelee na Wendo.
Lazima tukue na intrigue.
Na Wasi.
Lazima kuwe na intrigue, unfortunately. But the other thing is that tells you that there is a problem.
Big one.
A very big problem.
Big one.